one framer like in transition tutorial. My bad, I haven't posted in a while. Alright, so I'm just gonna go over in this video like a couple of one framer transitions that you can use between clips, just to give you some ideas on like simple stuff you can use for your edits. So like this looks alright, but obviously, you know, we can make it look a lot better. So we're gonna get into some of the one framers that you can use to make this look better. Alright, the first kind of combination of one frames we're gonna be going through, I'll put it up on the screen when I've used it, is that kind of warp through transition that I do. I've used a lot of my edits and I know a lot of people have asked about it. So we're gonna get right into it. It's pretty simple. So it's 4 frames of effects in total. So add an adjustment layer doing Ctrl+Alt+Y, and then you're gonna want to cut it. So you have, I'm gonna show you the situation. So you're gonna have 2 frames in between the clips, if that makes sense. You have 1 frame on each clip, and then you have a framer to the right and left of it, like here. So this is, let me make this bigger. This is your layout. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna add radio blur to this first one. And we're gonna set it to like probably 15. Oh, make sure this is on zoom too. And then we're gonna add warp. These are both effects that you don't need plugins for. This looks kind of stupid right now, but we're gonna set it to fisheye and then like -65, something like that. That's gonna give you like the kind of the warp through effect. This looks like pretty decent right now already. But what I like to do is, actually I'll just copy this. So I'll copy these settings onto the framers before and after, and then instead of -65, I'll just set it to like 7, or just like a small warp, because then it kind of like protrudes out and then it goes back into it. So that's all that there is to that warp transition. And another thing you can do if you want, is you can add exposure to this. Set this to like 0.5 if you want like a flash in between. So yeah, that's the first transition, or one framer. It's pretty simple. This one is gonna kind of be like flicker fade in. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna cut the second to last clip or frame of our clip. It's like this is our last clip right here, our last frame. So we're gonna go here, we're gonna cut this and delete it. So this is what it looks like right now. I mean, it doesn't look like the worst, but what I like to do is I'll put another thing on here and I'll add hotspots, keyframe it like, you don't have to keyframe it like insanely low. Oh shoot. But like low enough, and then graph it, do like probably like a little bit stiffer than that. But so, and then also what you can do is you can like, I like to add some different kinds of effects on this last one framer to kind of get it to blend more. So maybe I'll add some like you can add levels if you want to it to like stay the same, and then, or like if you want it to like fit more, and then maybe I'll add some scan lines too. Not like crazy amount though. Probably like pretty low on the sharpness. See how that looks. So yeah, like you can see with this framer, like it kind of helps the fade in like kind of blend more. So that's another framer for you. So the next framer that we're gonna be getting into is more of like an impact framer. So you're gonna need, it's 3 frames in length, but I add a second one to this because you're gonna want to add a different effect, and we're changing the blending mode of this one. So here I just like to add stretch frame edges, and then you can like try different. So I'd probably set it to like 1.25, and then I'm gonna add levels on this too. Set it to like 25 maybe. And then here we're gonna add s_underscore pseudo color. And you're just gonna turn this down to get like this red. You can set it on, so you're gonna get like this kind of red. And then you can also try overlay too if you want like more red. But I'm gonna keep it on soft light, and then I'm gonna add deep glow to this. Probably try doing some stuff with the threshold. That could probably actually get you some pretty cool effects. But Actually, let's try it on 15. Like kind of the impact part of it, so to speak. Like it's similar to using a white solid, but like with a white solid it'll look like this. And I just, in my opinion, I feel like if you use an inverted tint, which you can do just by adding the tint effect and clicking swap colors. Oh yeah, and then I'll usually put some like mini max on this too. And then I'll add, oh shit, yeah, probably add some blur to this one as well. But yeah, that'll get you like kind of like an impact. So yeah, that's the third one framer. Okay, for the last transition, we're gonna be doing some. It's gonna be kind of like a red kind of fade out almost. All you're gonna need to do is just put an adjustment layer over your entire second clip. Add S_pseudo color. Set this to red. So you're gonna keyframe this at mix with source here at 0. Open up my keyframes. And I'm just gonna go to the end and set it to 1. And I'm not gonna graph this, just because I like the way that it looks with no graph. And then we're gonna add a couple of framers before the clip. Here I'm gonna add probably VC color vibrance. Set it to like, yeah, probably a red like that. Maybe I'll try different blending modes. That's pretty similar. And I'll add another tip is that if you use if you change the blending mode of a framer, and if you want to add another framer, like let's say I wanted to add blur to this on the soft light thing, it's not going to look weird, but it's not going to look the same as if I put it on a normal. So just make sure you add another framer on top if you change the blending mode. Here I'll probably add like some exposure just for like some flicker. Not a lot though. And then actually I'm going to see what this looks like if I add another, or here. What I'm actually just going to do, I'm going to paste this here. Shoot. And then I'm just going to click T, and I'm just going to turn the opacity down. Probably not that much, but just turn it down a little bit just so it can like kind of flicker into the red. Let's see how that looks. So yeah, that's the tutorial. I'm probably gonna make more parts. This is just because there's so many different combinations of one framers that you can use. But thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. I forgot to say that. Thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. Definitely gonna start trying to post. Definitely comment what other tutorials you need. And also, if you don't know how to get an effect, or you need help with finding a certain plugin or something, just my TikTok is in my YouTube bio. You can DM me on there, or you can just comment on the video, and I'll try to respond to them. But yeah, thank you guys.